Hello, my sleep deprived and properly gay art children. It's Kiwi, and today we're doing some traditional art, but more specifically, I am going to be taking you guys through my traditional art process because I've never done that before. And I thought it would be fun. Uh, yeah. And to start off, what better way to start than to give you guys a little tour of my current pencil case and what I use. Specifically, when I'm just drawing, having a chill time, I have a lot of art supplies. So if you'd like more of a comprehensive kind of deep dive into like all the art supplies I use, please just say, because I would be more than willing to share. Um, yeah. This is kind of just like my essentials, basically. Yeah. Let's now move on to showing you what we're going to be working on. The page we're going to be drawing. Yeah, let's just cut to that, cut to that. So this is the current sketchbook number 13. I should really do my sketchbook tours, but they're not. I don't want to say they're not fun. They're just, they're meant to be low effort and they're not. Anyway, this sketchbook is a Wilco sketchbook, which Wilco I believe has gone out of business. But I got this only recently in the range for like £3. It's like a very good sketchbook. Like it's not like super duper high quality, of course, because it's £3, but it does the job to a point where it's like, yeah. I like the cheaper sketchbooks. I feel like they work just as well as any other sketchbook. So here is the page we're going to be working on, this one specifically. Can you move? This is my Blexus character we're going to be working on, because I got back into Blue Exorcist. I started watching some of the newer seasons, which I'll be completely honest are very difficult to watch. But this is my Blue Exorcist character. Her name is Getsumi Nakano. I don't know if I want to change her name or not. This is an old OC. And she is a knight and tamer. She has a dragon. Yeah, there's a lot of lore with her. If you guys want like a more comprehensive video about her, I will gladly share it, I guess. But she's very goth, she's very emo, and she's into like crystals and tarot and like stars and just everything that could make her a bit of a weird girl. And this was me kind of like coming up with a new design for her. And then this is the current page we're going to be working on, where I have her like drawing her sword, and then we have her dragon, which the dragon is called Eclipse. Sorry, forgot about that. Like behind her and like blowing smoke. It's meant to be really cool, and then there's just like this paw here that I'm not putting that much effort into drawing. Yeah. So my plan is, I'll take you guys through my process of sketching this out, lining it. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be that it moves to a time lapse. Going through everything. This will probably take me multiple days to finish, or it might just like cut and it might be done. I really don't want to do that, but knowing me, it might, because I don't draw at my desk usually. I need to. I want to get better at it. But it's just a lot of effort, and also there's not that much space on my desk. Like, this is what you're seeing is all the space that there is. This is all I have. Because I have like my laptop and I have a TV behind my, not my laptop, I have my computer and I have a TV behind my computer. Yeah. So, as you can see here, I've kind of already roughed in a lot of it. This is because I don't like filming myself when I'm doing like the rough sketch like this, as in getting the body and stuff in, because there's a lot of erasing going on, and I don't want to say I get performance anxiety, but I do, and it's not fun. But all of the finer details, as in her clothes, her hair, her eyes, all of that, needs to be drawn in now. So I'm going to start here in the face. So on this page we see her side profile. I will try and like zoom in and post. If not, you'll get like a picture. But she has like a very flat chin, a bit more of like a wider, rounder in the cheeks and kind of nowhere else, because it goes like straight. Yeah. Her nose. I love drawing noses. Can I just say right now, noses are so much fun to draw in a way I can't really explain. Like, because I feel like it adds so much personality to a character having like what shape their nose is. Not like personality as in, you know, actual like, oh, they're kind because their nose is that shape. No, more in the way that like it, not everybody's noses are the same, basically. And by drawing characters with different noses, they stand out more. They, you know, it's the same with most facial expressions, but for some reason I love doing it with the nose especially, because the nose is like the center of someone's face. And I love it. I did get a comment though. This is something that kind of made me giggle a little bit, but also I was like, oh, I feel bad about myself now. That when I posted a photo dump of all the art that I've done of Morals, which is a video that I need to work on and get out to you guys, where I was redesigning them. You can see me. And this person basically commented in a language I didn't know, by the way, same face syndrome, and I was like, oh, I don't think I have that. I'm actively working against my face, my same face syndrome. Like I'm battling against it, because to me they don't look like they have the same face, but to that person they must have. I don't know. Maybe I do have same face syndrome. But like this is one of the ways that I like to fight against it. It's giving them different nose shapes, and like I'm trying to do different lip shapes, and then like end up going for the exact same shit. I find most of the time though it is the eyes where I do like the exact same shape. Or like I have like my defaults, which is like kind of like sharper angles, like more kind of I think cat eye shape. And then my other one being just like full round, very much like stereotypical like anime girl shoujo eye shape. With Nakano here, I feel like I've kind of gone for like an in-between of those two though, where it's more elongated, but it's rounder at the curves instead of just a point. If you follow me on like other social media and like you see the art that I post, maybe you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. Though, if you do follow me on other social media, you might be like, but Kiwi, you like never post. So, and I don't. It's something I need to actively kind of get better at, is posting my art. Because I do like a decent amount for someone who like doesn't do it for a living and also has like other things going on, I guess. That other eye isn't right, but that's fine. I can fix it when I line it. But I might make this a bit more of a chiller video, a bit more of like a catch up, like a hey, how you doing? Like you're sitting down with your pals at a coffee shop after not seeing them for a wee bit, and you're just catching up. So yeah, how have you guys been? Um, I've been a bit all over the place. Um, I God, when was the last time I posted? I can't even tell you. I think it was before I had my surgery because I had a little surgery, um, where I basically had like a bunch of teeth out. Um, Maybe if I'm feeling confident enough, I'll post a picture of me after the surgery I took. Um, but I had to get a bunch of teeth out because I had to get some teeth removed. And I couldn't do it in like a dentist office because I kept having panic attacks. So I then went in for surgery, which was an experience, I'll be completely honest. Um, and I remember I wanted to like post uh, during that time, but I lost all motivation. Like I literally had like a video that had been filmed that was like ready to go, and I couldn't post it because I was in such a bad like mental state. I couldn't do the voiceover because I was just, I just had a bunch of teeth out. And yeah, it just wasn't very fun if I'm being completely honest. um, would not recommend. Guys, look after your teeth. Just look after them. Don't be like me. Don't be a little moron. And like there are lots of times where I was like, oh, I should really film. I should really like get back into stuff. But like all the videos I wanted to do were kind of like too long, basically. Like there were so many videos that I was like, oh, let me do that, let me do this, but it was like I was chugging through the speed paint, and like every time I tried to do it, it just everything just kind of fell flat, or I didn't finish the speed paint. That's another thing. I don't finish all of my speed paints currently for whatever reason. Um, I think it's just because like I lose motivation with my um speed paint's a lot quicker than I used to. Um, I think it's also because my process has gotten that much longer, you know? Um, like, it takes me so long to just get anything done that I just can't. It's not feasible for me to put out speed paints because I can't get them done in time, basically. Um, and it really is not from lack of trying because I am trying. It's just like I just could not physically find the time. Because I am like still a full time uni student, which is like crazy to me. Um, yeah, so I'm a full time uni student, and it's like I'm not even like in an art course, which like may surprise you. I am a film student. I don't think I'm a very good one, but I am one. Um, and that in itself is like soul crushing and like all encompassing that it's like, oh, I have like no free time. And that's coming from someone who like doesn't even really go into their college or like uni, whatever, um, like as much as they should. Like I am meant to be in, or well, I was meant to be in because I'm done now. I was meant to be going in like 3 days a week. I don't think I went in once. I did, if I could do it at home, I was doing it at home. Um, which trust me, I'm more than aware that's not good, but hey, I'm passing currently. Um, and my plan is I will be going in for this next year, basically. Yeah, but like I wanted to come back, but it just never really like I just never from the time or I never was able to like get videos done. I don't want to say quickly enough because I was getting videos done. It just wasn't at a speed where I could then like upload it. Or it's like with specifically my moral stuff, which hopefully you guys will hear about sooner rather than later, is that my morals is basically a they're my OCs. You've gotten one or two videos about specifically Kyoko, or at that time Kanoko, in the past. These guys are like my some of my oldest characters, apart from like my channel mascot Dia. Um, and with them basically is that they basically got an overhaul. Oh, sorry, Mr. Paw Patrol Man. Um, they got an overhaul within like the last year and a bit, and basically their story has completely changed. Um, and I basically want to do a whole video kind of talking about falling in love with your OCs again and how it's okay to like change their story because you're the ones in charge of said story, and if you want to like put them in a different world or like change up how things are going or basically just change anything really, you're more than able to do that and you're more than capable of doing it. Like there is physically nothing stopping you from doing that. And that's kind of like what I've had to deal with morals is that it changed. I changed the story completely. It used to be about um superheroes and corrupt governments and the whole shebang, a bit apocalyptic in nature. And now it's completely different. It's they're no longer superheroes. They're not doing any of that stuff. Um, I don't want to go too in depth with it because I would love to cover this in its own video. But it changed, and it's because I fell out of love with my characters, and I just wasn't drawing them. I'm now drawing them maybe not too much. I need to draw them more again. Um, but that's yeah. I just want to have like a whole video talking about why it's okay to like change up your characters or like just brainstorm. You don't have to get it right on the first try. Um, However, the problem is that I still tried to get it right on the first try, and now I'm going in and I'm having to work on them a bit more than I would have liked to currently. Um, I'm trying to like flesh out their story to a point where I'm happy with sharing the beginning stages. I'm kind of putting everything in a PowerPoint, and hopefully I'll be able to share that PowerPoint within like the next couple months, I guess, actually. It might take longer, but I don't think it will. This is her. I'm drawing her sword currently. And I don't like drawing swords. I'm not good at like doing that stuff. Because it's all just very like I just don't like drawing swords. Maybe that's big reveal, guys. Kiwi doesn't like drawing swords. I just need to work on them a bit more, flesh them out. Can I just figure out what I'm doing with their whole thing, basically? Because I don't know when that's kind of the problem. But I would love to get that video out at some point. Um, because I know so many people just abandon their OCs because they don't know what to do with them, and it's like, well, no, you do know what to do with them. Give them a different story, flesh out like their own thing. You don't have to keep it to the same idea that you came up with when you were like 12. Because I love watching like OC redesign videos. I think they are some of the most enjoyable content on the platform that is YouTube. Like fully. Because then, like, you have this whole thing of, like, you know, other people are in the same boat as you, and I don't like my OCs anymore. Yeah, I want to give them their own video, not this video. This is its own thing. That's its own thing. Yeah, but that should be out within next couple months at the very least. End of the year, end of the year. And if not, it's just between us, okay? Just between us. I think we're about to be at the lining stage. I just want to like kind of rough in where I want his like fluffy bits on his neck to be. Because for whatever reason I've given him like this like fluff here in the transition from his like head to his body, like covering his neck, which I do kind of like. I think it's fun because in his original concept, he's like all I only have him as a baby in his original concept. I don't have his more grown up form. Yeah. I like this. This is fun. This is like actually really fun. I love this character. I might quickly go over some of her lore because it's great. I love her lore. It's really sad. I've also not explained what Blue Exorcist is, and I have to do that. Yeah. So, if you somehow don't know what Blue Exorcist is, let me quickly fill you in. It's an anime. And it's follows exorcists basically, hunting demons, doing all that fun stuff. And it specifically follows the son of Satan, as he is on a quest to kill his dad. And it's weirdly like a fun, silly anime, even though it doesn't sound like that from my description. And it came back within like the last year and a bit, I think it was. And if you're gonna get into Blue Exorcist, let me make this very clear as well. The animation style changes from season 2 into season 3. That's when they had the big break, the big hiatus. And it gets worse. So if you're going to get into Blue Exorcist, because I'm designing a cool cunty character, just be warned. But the Exorcists, moving on, the Exorcists have like different classes. They can be what kind of like how they fight the demons, how they fight the baddies, and those classes are Knight, Tamer, Aria, Doctor, and Dragoon. It's like Dragoons use guns or like long range weapons. Doctors are healers. Arias use religious texts and what are they called? They use like the testaments in the Bible to fight the demons, but like there are other religious texts. And then tamers summon demons to fight for them or with them, and then knights fight with swords. And my girly here, Nakano, is is a knight and a tamer. They can overlap. They can do both. I'm not creating a Mary Sue here, guys, okay? And I basically created like this whole like, I don't want to say faction, but like this whole like hidden village of like specifically exorcists, and it was created by like this family, the Gatsumi family, who have always been knights and tamers, and they like forge their own swords or weapons or whatever with their familiars who they get at like a young age. Yeah, because it's like we never see that in Blue Exorcist other than like True Cross Academy, but that I don't think counts, where we see like a kind of exorcist only area, which like you'd think there were more exorcist only like towns or like villages or even just like places just overall, but there's not. So I made one. Yeah, and that's where Nakano's from. Her family is like has been in charge of this place for like generations, and she has issues. She has mummy issues, she has daddy issues, but like the mummy issues are bigger. She's just a wee mixed bag that she has. Yeah. If you know Blue Exorcist, then like you already know, kind of understand what all that is, but still, doesn't hurt to explain it a little bit. Yeah. If you want, again, I feel like I've already said this, but I'll say it again. If you guys want like more of a in-depth kind of look at this character, please just say and I will gladly give it to you. She needs like a proper character sheet anyway. And my friend's also working on a Lexus character, so I might make it like a joint video maybe. I don't know. Oh my god, there's the sketch done. Let's move on to line art, I guess. So, this is where I keep my liner pens. So in this little tub. It's a Brompton House tub. They do like sweet treats. And it has basically a ton of like pens in it. I specifically use the, I believe it's Sakura Micron pens. These guys. But I don't use the black. I usually use either this pink or a purple. As before I go searching, let me show you. Is when you use the coloured line art. Let's use Angel here, another OC I have. I don't know if you can see too well, but the line art is not as harsh and can sometimes even blend in a little bit with the colouring that you're doing. You won't see it that way, you'll see it this way. Blend in with the kind of like colouring that you've already done. It dulls it and it doesn't stand out too much. And I kind of like it like that. I don't want my line art to stand out too much because then you pick up on all the little flaws and stuff. Here's another example. The sketchbook started off with me not obsessing over, but coming up with a trans femme Midoriya for my hero design. And this is her with Eri. And again, as you can see, it's just, it doesn't stand out as much. And it's just, I don't want to say softer, but like, you know, you're not as focused on the liner as you are with as other stuff, because I don't want my line art to be the focus. I want my colours to be the focus. It also is just another way for me to put colour into my art, which I love. So I used to do this thing where I would assign characters colours, and when I did that, it would be, I would do the line art in their colour. I now don't really do that, because that's how I did it digitally. Now I usually just stick to the pink or the purple. There we go, this purple. There we go. Because I like doing like coloured line art. I think it's fun. Let's maybe do like a little. We've gotten closer, guys. How are y'all feeling? Is this too close and personal? Is this too close and personal? You guys give me a heads up. Let's just do like a little squiggle here. That's the purple. I don't know if you can really see that all too well, but there's the purple, and then we'll do the pink next to it. They're just both softer than the black. I think for this one, could I use both? I'm thinking if I have one be in the pink and the other be in the purple, but they both have like a lot of purple in their design. Eclipse is a giant purple dragon. Nakano has purple in her hair. I don't know why I'm trying to switch it up on a video when I'm like actually really proud of how this is coming out. We're sticking with the pink. Now, you might be like, Kiwi, this isn't a marker, this isn't like, this isn't any alcohol markers, these aren't Copics or like Oohoohoos or, no, this is my handy dandy little book. Now, this little book is my prized possession. It stays in that little plastic container, and it is basically a book full of pen swatches, because I am at a point now where I have a bit too many pens of all different types, and it gets a bit overwhelming, especially because these would all be swatched at the back of like sketchbooks and stuff, and I have more, but that's kind of like, this is how much I have in here. I've also got my Artix swatches at the beginning, but it's like these pens would all be swatched at the back of sketchbooks on like the last page or on like the back of like the cover, and it got to a point where I had like kept a sketchbook around just so I could look at the swatches at the back, and it's like I would be 2 sketchbooks ahead, and it just wasn't sustainable, and it wasn't okay because I had too many pens at all times. So now I have my little marker book. Now again, this isn't all of my pens. I have gotten 2 new sets, or like 3 new sets that I need to add in here that I've swatched out here first. Look how pretty these pens are, by the way. Oh, yeah. So I think it was those guys, and I think I got some off-brand pens anyway. But yeah. Hey, so this is in a couple days. It's been a couple days since I filmed the time lapse, and I really like this drawing. I will show you the final thing. I know that you literally just saw it in the time lapse, but I don't care. Are you ready? Are you holding on to your seat? I don't care. Here's the final product. Try not to get my leg. I'm on my bed currently, okay? I love this. This is one of my favourite pieces I have done in the sketchbook so far, which is not saying much because I have just started the sketchbook. However, this is genuinely, I fear I may have popped off with this one. There are like a few mistakes that I don't know if you picked up on when I was filming. Like in the time lapse. But like see over here, for some reason, like where I went over with my pens bled, and I don't know if it's because I didn't leave it long enough, but like I don't know, and it got really weird, and like it's like calm down. It's better now. But like it got just really weird and kind of mucky, but like it's not that noticeable. I've blended it out as much as I physically could, and you definitely can't see this, but I don't know what happened. Whatever I did with this took days after to show up, by the way. But like here, it is so not noticeable on this camera. I think it's more noticeable down here. Yeah, just like catch the light properly, please. It had like this weird undertone of pink showing through. I've gone back over it with, I think the colour I was using, the, oh my god, oh my god. No! 159 electric purple! I've said it now, but like, yeah. Which seems to have like gotten rid of it. I don't know. There's still like bits up here, but I don't want to go over the stars that I've put in. But yeah, here she is. Yeah, I got distracted. The past couple days I meant to film a reveal like immediately after I did it, but I chose not to. Yeah, that's that. Quick little look at the back of the page though, just to see all the bleed through. So yeah, you can see how that looks. Yeah, I really like this piece. I would love to do more kind of sit down talky kind of videos where it's like I just talk about whatever just kind of like talk about my process and like just have like a chill time. I think just have a chill time. I think with like YouTubers like Prickly Alpaca and like other ones, it's a sketchbook session, you know, sketchy drawy time thing. So it feels bad. And I would love to do something like that. Yeah, let me know what you think about that. But yeah, I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you want more content from me though in the meantime, you probably won't find it anywhere else. I would suggest looking at my Tumblr, my Twitter, stuff like that, but no pressure. Anyway, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!